All right, bet. What's going on, YouTube? So it's been a minute. It's been a minute type shit, but we gonna get right back to it. We're gonna do our weekly analysis for the market. We're gonna be looking at NAS, Gold, SPX, and NAS, Gold, SPX. Yeah, NAS, Gold, and SPX. That's what we're gonna look at this week. So we're gonna jump right into it. I got a big surprise for y'all type shit for real. We're gonna be dropping our first vlog. We got a big special guest. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's gonna be inspiring for a lot of people. Fuck it that. But yeah, we got a special guest that's gonna be inside the vlog and stuff like that. It's gonna be inspiration to a lot of y'all, inspiration to myself as well. But boom, let's go ahead. Let's get into the analysis for this week. So boom, we're gonna start off with NAS. Starting on our monthly. We're gonna fib this structure right here, and from this structure it's gonna show us where our monthly zone is as far as like the extreme that price want to go to. So yeah, yeah, that's cool with me. So this is the extreme that NAS is going to go to on our monthly. So we know right now we only looking for buys on NAS only. That's all I need on the monthly. We can get through this real quick. And then we see that we got a monthly support zone right here. So you can see that's exactly what NAS is retesting, that monthly support zone. It's all about the details. All about the details. So right now you can see we got another support zone right here. There's gonna be more defined that we can see on the lower time frame, like the weekly. So boom, jump down to the weekly. Boom, now we can see this candle is finding support off of that monthly support, this weekly candle. So right here, this is actually creating more weekly support that we're gonna be able to see more defined on a lower time frame, which will be our daily. Bam. And we looking for a daily fair value gap to pop up out of that box. And as we see, we don't have one, but we do have support here and support here. So that's where we'll go ahead and put our support zones there. And I'm using orange for my my daily time frames. Now I go down to my 4 hour. This is what I wanted to see on my daily, but we can see it on our 4 hour. So boom, we'll fib up this candle right here, and we want to see if price hit the 50%, which price did not. So that's a point of interest right there. The price can come back to. So we'll just keep this price in mind. The price can possibly want to come back here, but we're gonna keep filling in the details. So on our 4 hour, we can see we have another support area and another support area up here. So we're gonna keep our 4 hour supports purple. It's all about the details. All about the details. So now we got onto our 1 hour. And actually, let's go ahead and yeah, we'll label this high too as well, because right now we got price trapped, and we ultimately know we want to buy up. So we want to see why price is going down, which we can see right here, because it is high. Price is finding resistance off of this high right here. Though it's broken it already, so we know we want to go higher. But let's see the details on the lower time frame, like the 1 hour. I want to see a 1 hour candle pop outside this box, which we'll take entries off of. So we go to our 1 hour, and we can actually see that this candle right here, this is the candle I actually caught last week. I caught this whole candle for a buy. So this candle actually popped out of our 4 hour support. So this is actually where I'll be looking to take entries from. Also keeping in mind that we do have that area down there that we labeled at 19 569. The price can want to go down too to mitigate this, sweep all of these lows, possibly do that as well. But for the time being, I'm looking to take buys right here from this area. So I'll label my zones on my fib, which would be our 1 hour 886 and our 1 hour 5618. I say the zones together, so you know, for my beginner traders that don't understand, 886 is 79 in the 886 area on the fib. I just say them together, and then also right here with our 50% fib level and our 618 fib level, I just say them together, 5618. That's actually my clothing brand as well, inspired by that zone. So now that we on this time frame, I'll be looking for buys here to get back above that 4 hour support, or right here. But on our lower time frame, we gonna see what price is doing. I would want to take an entry off this 1 hour candle right here. I want to take an entry off this 1 hour candle on my 15 minute or my 5 minute, watching for a certain structure that price gives all the time before it buys up, which would be this confirmation, this change of character followed by a breaker structure. So before we go down to our lower time frame, that's what we'll be looking for. And if we find that, that would give me the green light to take a buy. And I'll be going for a 1 to 2 on NAS. If NAS happen for some reason to not want to give us that 1 to 2 and find support off of here to drop back down, we ultimately know that after we break under this zone, what we'll be targeting, and it'll be this area right here at 19,569. So that'll be my analysis, but I'll go down to the 15 minute to see what we got. So in this zone, you can see that you got a change of character and then a breaker structure, but price failed to make a new high right here. So price failed to make a new high right there. So ultimately, from what price is doing right here, I wouldn't be interested in taking a buy right now. Just due to it not making a new high. It could possibly want to retrace back to the zone, sweep this liquidity, possibly go back up. But if it doesn't do that, and we happen to get a 1 hour candle close under this zone, then we know that we're taking sales from here down to here. Like me personally, I wouldn't really want to touch it if it break here. Like even though I know it's giving me the confirmation that it want to sell, I wouldn't want to sell it. I just want to focus on buys because I can see what the overall view on the higher time frames is doing. So me personally, I'm gonna sit on the sideline if it comes down to price wanting to drop like 150 pips, price want to drop 150 pips, it can do that. I don't want to touch it. I'm leave it alone up until 1954, and with 1954 being tapped into and price doing what we have planned, just getting back to these highs, that'll be 672 pips. So it's just more like you know, playing the sidelines up until, you know, a better move. So I'll probably want to just wait up until 19,569. That's what I'll be looking for on NAS. So I will move on to gold. And we just do the same thing. We're gonna start back on our monthly. And from our monthly, you can see the gold is obviously bullish. Like no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's bullish. But we know what goes up gotta come down. So when we look here, we can see the monthly has already hit our first monthly area TP. That I'll be looking at it on my fib. And then this would be our monthly reversal area. That monthly 618. So now we about to go down and we about to get busy. About to see the details on what's really going on. And I'm gonna start right here I see a monthly support zone, and that's all I really do. I just find my monthly supports. I find my candles to pop out on my monthly support. I take my entries off my monthly. I'm taking my entries off of my fair value gap to pop out of them support zones, and then I just grab me a 1 to 2. Even when I can already see that the market might give me a 1 to fucking 30, just get the 1 to 2. Get the 1 to 2, call it a day, pop back up tomorrow, and just keep wrenching and keep repeating. You know, I teach more about this in my group, so you can find my group inside the description below. But yeah, back to it. So now right here on the monthly, we go down to our weekly, and to the same point I said, we're looking for a candle to pop out the box that was here. It was already mitigated. So now we're just going back up to find our monthly support zones. To find our weekly support zones. And we had one right here, but prices already surpassed that. So I'm just go up here to the next one. When I go up here to the next one, and to keep in mind, price is already overbought. So, but I'm not gonna go against the trend. So I'm gonna keep buying that bitch up until it tell me it don't want to buy no more. Right. So this is our weekly support. And I'm looking for that daily candle to pop out the box. When I look here, I get this candle right here. So for me personally, I'll be looking at this candle, which has been there for a minute. Don't know if price want to come back and mitigate it, but we're gonna fill in the details to see what they want to do. So this will be an area of interest that I'll be looking at for price to come back to. This will be on the weekly time frame, and I'll be looking at this 31.69.17. But we can keep filling in the details to see what price give us, because I don't really want to sell it. So let's see what price tell us. I'm gonna hide this fib so we can get more details. Actually, make this red as well. You can see it better. Bang. And we still on our daily time frame. So right here we got more support. So once again, our daily support will be labeled orange, just to stay organized. I'm rushing through this. Normally I organize my folder over here as well, but you know, you can go back and record. I mean, you can go back and watch the recording. So all right, from this support zone, this on the daily, we get this. If we look to our left, we see more support. So I'm gonna put them details in there as well. Now we'll go to our 4 hour so we can see this shit from a better perspective. And from a better perspective, we see we do have this candle that popped up out of our box. Looks like price already mitigated it, hitting the 50% of it. We'll keep all of our 4 hour stuff purple. But when we look at it from this perspective, we get this high. This is the last high, right? So I said I don't want to sell it. But when we look at it from the 4 hour price, this was his last high and it failed to break it. Now, even though it failed to break it, I will still be looking at it as being bullish if price can stay above the low. If price can stay above the low of this high. So anything beyond this, I will be looking to sell, but I don't want to sell it. I'll just be waiting for the buy to come in. Even though, like I said, price is oversold. So I mean, price is overbought. So it's due for a sale, honestly. But we're gonna get the details. We're not just gonna ramble. We're gonna get the details to what's going on. So once again, we on our daily time frame, seeing this daily support. When we go and actually look here, we can see that price actually did break. So once again, that's showing me that I don't want to sell it. I want to keep buying because now price has made a new high. I don't count these wicks as highs. Like, the wicks do the damage, the body tell the story. So the body right here, shit. So once again, the body of this body has broken over it. So this is bullish. I don't care what nobody say. You can do your own research and see when the candles close above the other candle, it continues in the direction. When this candle closes under, it doesn't continue. It's a wall that gets created when the body doesn't break over the body. It don't go up. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So, like we know with price action, a new high was created, so now it's retracing. What it always does, it expands, it corrects, it continues. So this is just a continuation. It expands, it corrects. This is a continuation because this body broke above that. So price is telling you it want to go up. But after it expands, well, after the correction, after the expansion, it's going to correct itself. So this is just a correction. So we need to find where we want to get into the market to take it up further. Keep in mind as well on gold, these right here will be considered weak ass lows, weak nigga lows. These are what these considered weak nigga lows. Price can break these and still be bullish. This is the low that it has to break for it to be bearish, right? So we know that we got this area right here that price really want to and will tap into to push higher if it want to go higher, which we know it does because this was broken and it's created a new high. So we know this is telling us it wants to go higher. So we have this whole area above this low to work with for price to still be bullish. So don't believe the hype if it starts selling. Technically, if it starts selling, because it's not bearish up until the break of here. So we still looking for buys. So when I go back to my daily, as far as the candles, I'll look and I'll see that it should be a 4-hour candle that popped out of that box, right? That's what we label right there. But looking at it, we do have support right there. Shit. So we got this 4-hour support that we can find. Price could possibly tap off of it and bounce up, but we not really looking for that shit. I'm really looking for the candle that popped out of this 4-hour support on my 1 hour. So when we go to my 1 hour, we'll see we get him. He is the 1 hour candle. That's the culprit. Once again, we fib it up. We're looking for a retracement to the 50%. So when you look, you can see that price is playing a little peekaboo game where it missed it. But we know with the market, nothing is by chance. Everything is by design. So it missed it on purpose. So now when I look at price, I know that I have 2 points of interest when it comes to gold that we could be looking for. Reset the fucking thing for me. 2 points of interest we can be looking for. I'm still looking for buys. And on top of looking for buys, price could possibly want to really come down. Really come down and hit the area that it missed, which would be 32.73.89. Or we can get, because the orange support will be daily, so we can get a 4-hour candle to close above here. And if we get a 4-hour candle to close above here, it will mitigate it, it will respect it, and it will continue up. So what I would be looking for would be buys at 32.73 or a break above 33.59. I think that's what it say. Yeah, 33.59. I'll be looking for a break a little bit lower than 59, but a break outside of this box. Just in case somebody start quoting me. So I'll be looking for a 4-hour close above 33.57. We erase that 59. 33.57 is where I'll be looking for a break, a 4-hour break, and I'll continue to look for buys going up. So right now, I'll look at gold as being in a possible sale, because you know it's not breaking highs or whatever. No, I'm sorry, I'm not looking for sales. I'm sorry, back to the 4 hour or the daily. I mean, this broke above. We're not looking for sales. Do not sell gold. Do not sell gold. It might sell like temporarily just to get back to 32.73, because when you look at it, this is a 4 hour candle that closed outside of our daily, so you're gonna get a 1 hour fair value gap that you see displayed right here. That price will, off this 1 hour, you can look for, I wouldn't look for it, but when price started doing this, I know what it's doing. You can look for a 15-minute change of character for price to sell in here, to get back down here, to push up, to buy back up. And that's what I got for gold. We'll be moving on, and we're gonna go see SPX, and this will be my last one. I got AUD/USD up there, but that pair's so fucking slow. All right, so let's get to it. Same shit, same game. Fill up our monthly level, and we can see this is the extreme we want to see SPX go to up here. So with SPX, I'm looking for buys as well. Now let's go see the details on what's happening. So we see our monthly support zone here. That's what price is rejecting off of. We're gonna keep all our monthly stuff red, and it's just ABC. We just keep doing the same stuff over and over. All right. Then we go up here. See our support. Now let's jump down to our weekly. And from our weekly, this looked like another pair we just did. I think that was NAS. We get this candle that popped up out of the box, which was this one. You know, a little choppy, but it did create our support zone that we'll be looking at right here. And we'll keep our weekly stuff green, and we're looking for a daily fair value gap. Yeah, this looked just like I think that was NAS. Like for a daily fair value gap, and right here we don't see one. All right, so in this case and scenario, when you don't see it, it's there. You just have to go down to like a lower time frame to get a better view of it. But what it did show us right here is another support zone just being created right now. And I'll keep my my daily stuff orange, like we always do. Sorry. All my daily animations would be orange. And I'm looking for that 4 hour fair value gap to pop out the box. Right? So the candle that popped out the box on our 4 hour is here. So price looks terrible, right? So SPX, I mean S&P, SPX, you know, it could possibly just keep buying up from here. We do have liquidity right here to the left that didn't get grabbed. So with SPX, I would literally be looking to take buys on SPX the moment that the market open. I'll fib this up. Just to hide the support zone, or so you can see it. I'm gonna hide the support zone. Maybe just gonna pay attention to this 4 hour candle, this 4 hour candle that popped out the box. I said the same shit. Like, fuck, did I repeat myself for? But as we see, same thing. Price literally is finding support right off our Fibonacci tool. Should get ABC, man, right here. And then I'll be looking, I'm gonna label this for you. All right, so I'll be looking for price, like the moment that the market open, I'll be looking for SPX to just keep continuing to go up. Looking at it from a 4 hour perspective as well, to look past all the bullshit. If we go zoom up here, this high is the last high that broke. So it's telling you that price still want to go up, because this high is above this one. So price haven't stopped making new highs. It's still going up. So I'll still be looking for buys on that shit. But But get more into details, due to this being a 4 hour fair value gap, I want to go down to like my 1 hour or my 15 to find entries. So we'll see what the 1 hour is looking like. And it's still ugly. Like for most people it look ugly, but for me, I can read through all of this shit. Like I can see that it's still bullish. Even though it looked like it's consolidating, it probably look better on the 15. Now when we go to the 15, same structure has happened that we talk about. We gotta, yeah, this look just like NAS. We gotta change a character here. We gotta change a character here. And we looked for our breaker structure here, but price didn't break. So when it comes to SPX, I'm looking to buy it above this price. Yeah. So above 56.71, I'll be looking for buys. We go back to, what was that? Our daily. When we look at our daily, price literally got to come back. For me to look at this as being bearish, I got to see price break this price right here for me to even want to take sales. They got to break 55.84 for me to even want to consider selling it. But if it was to break this, it has no story down here. There's no story to promote it to want to sell. Like if it want to sell, then the most it's gonna come back to do is find support off this weekly, because the trend of this market is still bullish. And to even support it going up, or why it's more likely to go up, is because of this liquidity right here. That's how price move. Price ultimately moves off of liquidity. Like I know people say fair value gaps. Fair value gaps is cool. Like they do move off of fair value gaps as well, but you'll see more times than not where price will be like, yeah, fuck that fair value gap. I just got liquidity. Like it's a lot of times, like if you're looking for like entries off of like 50% off of fair value gaps, it's a lot of times where it don't hit the 50%, as we've been seeing. It don't hit the 50%. But if we go and see details within where that fair value gap is at, it was liquidity that was grabbed before it didn't hit the 50%, and it took off. So it's just like stuff like that is just like obvious. Like, so what do you think the market thinks is more important? If it grabs liquidity and takes off and don't hit the fair value gaps 50% and leaves a imbalance into the market, but price continues in the direction it wants to go, like what do you think is more important? This liquidity. So ultimately when we look at it from here, this liquidity that we see on our daily is SPX priority. This is really where I really want to go. So to go back to our 4 hour and down back to our 15-minute, getting a little shaky, but we'll close it. We'll hide that, and above 56.71, I'm looking to grab this liquidity up here. So when price break above here, I want to go to my 1 hour to find some support zones that we can possibly take our buys off of, and I can find some right here. So this would be better for me, actually. Yeah. And that's just how the market works, where it's just like everything is by design. So it's like it's no coincidence that the price that I'm talking about, 56.71, is literally lined up with a 1 hour support zone over here, which we know after we get candles to break above our support zones, price takes off. When price takes off, what would be our objective? That daily liquidity. So I'll be looking for buys on SPX above 56.71 for it to go and take all of this shit. Grab that liquidity, break a new high. After it breaks a new high, it's going to want to continue, but it will grab liquidity, After grabbing liquidity, it will retrace. Where it retraces to, who knows? Who gives a fuck? We already made money. So, boom. That's my analysis on the market. But I'm gonna be doing my first vlog. I'm heading to Chicago tomorrow to go link up with Sa. He in Chicago, so we gonna head over there. We're gonna get some good footage for y'all so y'all can see that. And I'm gonna just try to stay more consistent on YouTube so y'all can just follow my journey. Like, I ain't gonna talk shit to him when I'm there, for real, but I'm better than all these niggas. I'm better than all of these niggas, bruh. Facts. I just ain't break out yet though, but that's the beauty. That's the beauty of all this stuff, for real. Like, it's documented. It's gonna be documented. Everybody gonna get to see the journey. You gonna get to see me from right now up until the point when we doing, crazy profits, So, that's my analysis on the week. I'm gonna be more, like I said, consistent. So I just want y'all to just be, interactive and stuff, and just show me and tell me, comment below what it is that y'all want to see me do an analysis on, because it don't matter whatever pair it is. Everything is the same thing. Once you find your strategy, find your niche, your edge into the market, this shit is ABC. So yeah, that's my video for y'all. Checking out. Tell the team.